Not to get too wild biblical, but obviously when you think about Lucifer, for anyone who doesn't know, like this was the illest musician on all the blocks of heaven.
You took it there.
She did.
What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be reviewing a video titled Toxic Masculinity. Listen to Black women. So apparently Black women are going to teach men how to be men.
Let me guess, there's not going to be any black men talking about this, right? It's just going to be their opinions and their own experiences that they're trying to, okay.
Their feelings and
That's exactly
so
what's
on
gonna
and so
happen.
forth.
Yeah.
So anyways, guys, we're going to go ahead and get right into this video. So here we go. All right, guys, make sure you don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Help us get to 10,000 subscribers by the end of August. So go ahead and show us some love. Click that subscribe button. So here we go.
Toxic masculinity. We didn't just define what it is. Our host spoke on the impact it's having on Black women and culture.
This statistic kind of hurt me the most with, do men in today's society protect women? With 77% of us saying no. And even though I feel that way, my girls feel that way, it still is, it's hard to hear that we're out here feeling really alone and that we have to do this thing by ourselves and there is no covering of protection like we were.
All right, so what are your thoughts right off the bat?
Right off the bat, I'm just kind of like, okay, modern women want to be out here being like, I'm independent, I can handle everything on my own, I don't need a man for anything, but yet you're still sitting here saying how I don't feel protected and it's because you're always talking about how you don't need anyone for anything. So yeah, of course they're gonna be like, all right, back off. You can handle it? Cool. Go ahead and protect yourself then.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
If you want to be an independent, have this masculine energy, and be a boss level up chick, all right, do your thing. But at the same time, don't expect a man to adhere to traditional roles if you don't want to be a traditional woman.
Yeah.
So you can't have your cake and eat it. You got to pick what you want to do. If you want to be a masculine woman or a woman, go all in on that. If you want to be a traditional woman, go all in on that, right? So you just got to pick and choose, but let's go ahead and continue. Let's see what else they have to say.
Sadly, this feeling of being unprotected isn't just a notion. It became a viral conversation in 2018 after a young Black woman was attacked by a white man in a McDonald's in Florida while her male coworkers simply watched. Our hope is that speaking on it will promote awareness and change. Now, here's the thing about toxic masculinity. It takes many forms. Abandonment is one, policing women is another. Check out this clip from an episode of Listen to Black Women.
Earlier this year, Sierra had the internet mad because she posted a video from a sermon from John Gray.
Too many women want to be married, but you're walking in the spirit of girlfriend. Ask the Lord to deliver you from that spirit and carry yourself like you're already taken. And I promise you, when you carry yourself like a wife, a husband will find you.
And Sierra, now that she's a wife, had decided that her best response to that was level up.
So
The pastor there, he's basically saying, if you want to be a wife, you got to act like a wife. What are your thoughts on that?
To be honest, I do agree with him. Like, especially if you're walking around like you're taken, let's say, meaning what that looks like is that I'm not out here talking to people, I'm staying to myself, I'm focusing on, yeah, like I'm not over sexualizing myself, obviously, because if I pretend like I have a boyfriend or a man or a husband, like I'm cooking, I'm cleaning, I'm taking care of myself, like I'm making money to maybe invest in the future, whatever, right? You're focusing on more of like maybe family dynamic and being able to progress yourself. You're not focusing on like with trying to be with a bunch of different guys, you know what I mean? So you're more reserved in that sense. So to be honest, I agree with it. Like you don't have to be out here and, you know, twerking it on Instagram.
Yeah.
Because that doesn't make you look like a wife. So
right. Men are just going to look at you like a physical object versus a wife. But yeah, if you're poised, if you're classy, you know, you're you know, dressed well, you're not showing your goods.
Modest.
And you're modest, men are going to take notice of that and they're going to want to wifey you versus you, you know, skinning out on Instagram and looking for validation and things of that nature. Like men are going to pay attention to you, but it's not going to be the right attention that you're looking for.
Yeah.
It's just going to be sexual attention versus wifing the chick.
Yeah.
But let's go ahead and continue. Let's see what else they have to say.
As y'all can imagine, the internet was in an uproar over that mess. Because they were like, level up. Like, girl, weren't you just a baby mama a couple years ago?
Talk about it.
As you can see, men aren't the only culprits when it comes to policing women. And our hosts aren't afraid to speak on all offenders, especially those on repeat like Pastor Gray, who made headlines again at the end of 2018 for making a controversial statement many believed celebrated treating black women like mules. Check out this clip from Listen to Black Women. There are just so many industries now that are built on preying on the insecurities and desperation of black women. And specifically, I feel like the church is one of the biggest culprits. He was on a show to promote a book.
Yes.
And once again, here's another man telling a woman what we need to do to be chosen, to be valued. And it just continues to promote just this story of how we have to mule to be worthy. It's too much, and there's no balance.
I think they're more concerned about losing their control, losing control. I think that's why they're like, no, I wouldn't want to have the man run everything, because then I feel like I don't have a say in anything, and you know what I mean? Whereas if you kind of flip it a little bit and say, you know what? I chose an incredible man. He knows exactly what he's doing. And if he doesn't, we can work it out together, but he will continue to be the head of the household because he has a better maybe vision for our family or whatever the case may be. Anyways, obviously I'm more traditional in this sense, and you are the head of me and everything, so that's just how I prefer to run it.
Yeah. And this is a byproduct of a modern woman. They start to get more masculine, their feminine characteristics starts to dwindle, and now they're operating as men. So the idea of following a man doesn't make sense to them.
Yeah, it's just, I wish there were better, I wish more women would come out to talk about how I've been married for all these years, my husband is the head of the household, and it's been incredible experience for both of us and our family.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? Instead of seeing these stories of these anomaly stories of women saying, oh, my husband left me with our 5 kids and now I have nothing, this is why you never trust men.
Yeah.
This is the story that a lot of women hear, and then now they're concerned because they're like, oh, now I can't trust men because of all these stories that I hear. It's no. There are a lot of women who choose the right man, right? Who made the good choice, and it's worked out very well for them too.
Yeah, and they don't break down the stats that every 10 divorces, 80% of the time women are leaving. They don't
look at it.
They don't talk about that.
Yeah.
They just make it seem like the man is on this rampage to destroy all women and break up marriages, and that's not the case. Typically speaking, men want to stick around. But let's go ahead and continue. Let's see what else they have to say.
Should women birth men? Absolutely not. Sadly, toxic masculinity is so pervasive, it's challenging for women to set boundaries with men we're not even in relationships with. You know where we're going. R. Kelly. Despite accusations of toxic behavior against women ranging from to deviant cult-like actions, people, and most notably black women, can't seem to cancel the infamous singer. On this episode of Listen to Black Women, we broke down why.
Music is a form of hypnosis. Even if you take it all the way to
Right, I was starting. What?
Listen, man, not to get too wild biblical, but obviously when you think about Lucifer, for anyone who doesn't know, this was the illest musician on all the blocks of heaven.
You took it there.
She did.
Okay.
Because he was a music minister, right?
Exactly. So that's why he allegedly likes to roam free through the entertainment industry.
Unfortunately, what Tracy...
Okay, what is this?
I'm so confused.
Okay. So first she's saying that men are toxic. You have full capability not to listen to R. Kelly's music, but then they're justifying why they're listening to his music. Where's the accountability? You know what I mean?
Where's the self-control?
If
you know what I'm
he's
saying?
toxic, don't listen to his music.
Simple.
What does that have to do with, I just don't understand what she's trying to say.
They're taking an extreme case of one man who is all over the news about whatever his situation is across the news, right? They're taking that one person and pinning that on all men, okay? This is what they love to do. This is what a lot of women love to do because they see this one extreme story and they're like, yeah, all men are trash. Look at this one celebrity person that did all this mess.
Right.
Stupid.
But she's saying that men are toxic, but in the same sentence, she's saying that she likes his music. So, like, low-key, women like toxic men. Low-key. They like toxic men. Because if R. Kelly's so toxic, why are you still listening to his music?
Because if you really didn't want to listen to his music, trust me, you wouldn't.
Yeah,
like you just would skip it, go next, completely. Like you wouldn't even think twice, you know. So
right. So it's just stupid. But let's continue.
He just said is the only thing about the entire R. Kelly fiasco that makes sense, and of course, it came from a black woman. Thanks to all of the Madame Noir and Hello Beautiful fans for watching us this season. Share your thoughts on toxic masculinity below, and be sure to check out both sites for more.
All right, guys. So we're gonna go ahead and end this mess. Do you have any final thoughts?
There was one thing I think we skipped over was that there was a question that said, should women birth men or something, or should women still birth men? And they said absolutely not. Whatever in regards to that. This is
what does that even mean? Like
you can choose the sex of your child, like of the child. Like what? I'm so confused. This is her experiences, obviously. You know what I mean? Like I think, especially if, come on, think about it. If these women, majority of their, maybe not all, but majority of their male experiences have been positive, they wouldn't be thinking like this.
Yeah.
Right? Majority of my male experiences have been positive because I've been careful of who I decide to talk with and whatnot, right?
Yeah.
So for me, I don't have a negative outlook because I'm like, I know who I chose at the time, like whatever. I know these people, and you know, if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. It's just not the person for me. Then you move forward. They take such a toxic lens to this, and they're just putting their own experiences out. So
yeah, well, it's accountability at the end of the day, right? Like, as a woman, you choose who you sleep with.
Exactly.
And if you're just sleeping with crap guys, that's not the guy's fault, right? Like, you lay down with the guy.
No, but that's the thing that they're not talking about. Is just like the men that you're saying that are so toxic. Guess what? You don't have to choose them.
Right.
There are plenty of able men who are amazing people that you can choose from, but you decide not to because you, like you said, women like the toxic bad boy type of situation.
That's what it boils down to.
That's what they keep going back to, and it's like you can choose otherwise, by the way.
Yeah.
But you decide not to, and that's your own fault.
Yeah, and now you're dealing with it. So
sorry, not sorry. Like I don't know what else to say. So whatever.
Anyways, guys, we're gonna go ahead and end this video. If you like this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time.
Bye, guys.